Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ass Hat Podcast on YouTube. I'm doing some comics this time. Don't know if I've ever mentioned this on here or if I ever mentioned it on the podcast. I'm a huge fan of the Archie franchise. I grew up reading the comics and seeing the Filmation cartoons. And I'm a huge horror fan, so once I finally started reading it, I fell in love with Afterlife with Archie, which is probably their best known horror comic ever. And it's their first... Let me see on the back here. It's their first rated teen. This is not something you give to a younger kid. This is the first storyline, which is the first 6 issues, I think, of this series. Roberto Aguirre Sacasa. I'm guessing. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Francisco Francavilla. Really cool little storyline. Zombie outbreak in Riverdale is what it is. Jughead's dog, Hot Dog, gets run over and dies. Jughead freaks out, takes the dog to Sabrina. Sabrina says there's nothing she can do, sends him off. Then she comes back later on that night to his house. I remember. It's been a little while since I read the first issue. With the magic book her aunt's have and brings Hot Dog back to life. Hot Dog's a zombie, bites Jughead. Jughead hits the prom or one of the school dances. It might have been the Halloween dance. I do not remember. Zombie outbreak spreads. And it's the characters trying to survive. Jughead is now Deadhead, if I remember right, and the lead zombie. Really cool book, but... And the issues are worth buying, but I marked a couple of things in this. Okay. Covers from the dark side. This is the variant covers. Look at this. And it looks like an old Archie Comics from the 30s and 40s. And there's the cover we got on the front. There's a good one of Jughead. Oh yeah, warning. Some of this might be a little graphic. I'm sorry. I didn't think to put a warning there. Yeah, that cover kind of sucks. That one, nah. And this one kind of blows. That's actually kind of neat with Jughead with the crown. I don't like the one that... I understand what the items are. That's Betty's Diary, which was an Archie series for a little while, probably 20-something issues, maybe a little bit more. Oh, I like the one on the left there with the eyeball. The Jughead crown, that's kind of... Oh. That's the second printing cover for Afterlife with Archie number 4. Yeah, I think this might only be the first 5, but every one of these issues went to a second printing, if I remember right. So there's all kinds of... That's the cover I've posted on my blog before. I love that cover. All right, then we got... I didn't figure I'd show all those. We got Sketches of the Dead. And this is just... what it says, sketches. This is, starting ideas. And this is actually a fairly popular series. The issue with it is that you are lucky now if you get maybe 2 issues of this comic a year. So, even though this trade came out, quite a while back, I think there's only been 2 to 3 issues that have come out since this trade. There's Pop Tate's on fire. What does the future hold when the streets of Riverdale run red with blood? To be continued. I got this as a Christmas present from one of my aunts. And this next one is the lesser known, not Archie's first attempt at horror, because Archie is MLJ, put out some horror stuff back in the day, and when I find it, I'll dig it out and do a video on it. In the 70s, did a really good horror anthology series called Maggie. Chilling Adventures of Sorcery or something like that. I've got one issue I found with the local comic. This is Archie's Weird Mysteries. This was the late 90s or early 2000s Deke, Cookie Jar, whatever you want to call them now. Syndicated cartoon that aired for years and years because somehow it fell under the EI mandate. It was considered educational, informational. And they did a comic of it for a long time, like 30-something issues. I think the comic might have actually lasted longer than the actual show. I have every episode of this. I got into watching it years ago on my local Fox. Now that trade was on the... That trade was on the good paper. This is on just newsprint, a step above what they use in their, actually it's about the same paper they use nowadays in their digest, but a step above what most people are used to because their digest uses a different paper now. But you can see it's drawn in typical Archie style. And this is kind of like Archie X-Files. There is some recurring characters. There's a vampire who Shows up in quite a few of these. What did I mark? Yeah, I actually did a little preparation research. Okay, I'll see what I marked. And then the only thing that's in here that is not anything else, because these are, you know, published as single issues. This is only a selection. I think it's like maybe 15 issues. This is a Q&A with the, what does it say? Hold on. Q&A given a, okay, with the animated, about the animated series. You see some of the artwork. Fun little read. The show's actually really good if you find it. I found the season set really cheap. And we got some more Archie, the Man from Riverdale, Archie World Tour, the Archie Babies, Archie and Friends. But there we go. Excuse the bookmarks made out of Valentine's Day napkins, like usually I know when this was being filmed. But 2 Archie horror titles, one that's well known and getting a lot of acclaim, one that should be better known, and this was really cheap. Like the Archie site had it on sale for, it says $10 on the back. I think it was like $5. It was really, really cheap, and I'm pretty sure the same man that got me this. But just great little series you can get fairly cheap. This one you can give to your kids. I mean, little bitty ones, you know, would be scared a little bit, but not. Definitely don't give this to the kids. This is such a good series. Such a good series. When's the next issue coming out, damn it? I understand you're busy with Riverdale, the show, which is really good, but when's the next issue coming out? Alright, that's it for this episode. Hope everybody enjoyed it. If you did, remember, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.